What's up, muscle nerds? I am Brian Martinez. I'm an IFBB pro, and I am the head judge for the upcoming 2022 Muscle Nerd Showdown. If you're interested in competing at this year's Showdown, this is what we're looking for. We're going to break down the criteria into three categories: posing and presentation, your physique, and your costume. When it comes to physique, we're basically looking for your overall fitness level, like how lean you are, how muscular you are, how proportionate you are, how symmetrical you are, and how well your physique pairs with the character that you're portraying. The second category is posing and presentation. So in a traditional bodybuilding competition, there are mandatory poses that all the competitors have to do next to each other in order to be judged by the judging panel. But in this competition, we're not looking for those typical bodybuilding style poses. We're looking more for modifications of those poses, where you're posing in such a way that it enhances the authenticity of your character. So if you're the Hulk, you're going to do Hulk-like poses. If you're Wolverine, you're going to do Wolverine-like poses. If you're Wonder Woman, etc. So you're not going to go up there. If you're Superman, just as an example, you're not going to go up there and do front double bicep. That's not really a Superman pose. But Superman does fly. So if you do like a victory pose or a crucifix, put your hands out and you have your cape on, you're holding your cape, something along those lines. That's more something you'd see maybe Superman do. Maybe you get down on one knee like you're getting ready to take off into the air. That's what we're looking for. We're not just your typical standard bodybuilding pose. Just something more creative that correlates with the character that you're presenting. The third category is costume. What we are looking for here is the creativity and complexity of your costume. Now, this is a fitness cosplay competition, so you're not going to want to choose a character that has a costume that covers up your whole body. Probably a Jedi is out of the question. Or unless you modify it to show off your physique, and we still sort of figure out that you're a Jedi, which is creative, but it can't be lazy. You know what I mean? You can't just be like, I'm going to wear less stuff and be that character. Like, no, it's got to be a creative take on that character. What you wear when you come into the competition is what we're going to judge you on. If you come in there and you've got this coat or cape or something, and then you come in there and you right away you take it off and you're basically not wearing much else, that's kind of breaking the rules a little bit. We're going to judge you with that cape on. You know what I mean? Because that's what you wore when you initially walked through the door. That's not to say you can't take it off during your routine, which I'm going to get to next. But yeah, what you're bringing in on show day to prejudging, that's what we're going to judge you on. Okay, now as for your routine, I'm a stickler for this, okay? Because from my experience, your routine is supposed to be a performance, especially if you're in cosplay, because now you're a character. So now you're even more, it's more expected of you to do some sort of performance that correlates with the character. So what we ran into last year with our competitors, who all did amazingly, by the way, and looked phenomenal. It was they put music. They had music playing, music of their choice, and they sort of just went on stage and did a series of random poses, kind of just off the top of their head, which was fun. The audience loved it. We, the judges, loved it. But what I was really looking for, what we, the judges, were looking for, was a performance, something that that tells a story about who your character is. So you're going to want to pick music and have a choreographed routine that captivates the judges and the audience, and brings your character to life. As for your routine, anywhere from 60 to 90 seconds is what we're looking for. When it comes to the music for your routine, when you register to sign up for the show, there'll be a link where you can provide your own music. Keep in mind, if you do not provide your own music, we will play house music for you. And we're not in control of what that's going to be. So if you get Taylor Swift, Shake It Out, that's what you got to pose to. It's actually a good song. The show will be broken down into two categories, prejudging and finals. At the prejudging, we're going to ask you to do 3 poses. One where you're facing us, one where you're facing the side, and one where you're facing the rear. So that way we can see your entire costume. The poses we want you to do are entirely up to you, but again, they need to be poses that relate to the character that you're being. So keep that in mind. After prejudging, the judges will get together and we're going to add up the scores and figure out the top 5 males and the top 5 females. Once we have them figured out, those are going to be the finalists that do the routines at finals immediately following prejudging. So if you're interested in coming out to this year's 2022 Muscle Nerd Showdown and you want to give it your best shot, get into the best shape you can get in, bring your best cosplay, and do battle on stage with some of the greatest cosplayers in the world, we're hoping, please register. We're going to put a link right here. Another perk to being a finalist is you get no, Muscle Nerd Showdown, Muscle Nerd Showdown, Muscle Nerd Showdown, Muscle Nerd Showdown. So insert something else to say.